Hello, welcome to Personified. I'm back again with another episode. I'm so glad to be here. I know I say it all the time, but this is my space. This is my space. This is the place where I feel at home. I feel the most myself. Like I can just be, I'm free. There's no restrictions. There's no restraints. And I love being here. So thank you for joining me again. I am very grateful for my guest. I love when people make things happen. There's no long thing, there's no talking, there's no nothing. It's just, right, what time, where, make it happen.
Yeah.
This man is one of those people. I love make it happen people.
Thank you.
So I'm glad that you said yes. I'm glad we made it happen within a matter of, was it last week we spoke?
Yeah.
And now we're here.
And that's why Calendly links are so helpful, because when you send it to someone, there's no conversation of waiting for them to get back to you. You just have to just use the link. And that's why it's just helpful. Because I know that people don't reply because people are busy or miss a message.
That is very true.
And then that way you can do it on your own time. And your time happened to be in the same time frame as mine, and now we're here a week later. Most podcasts that I do, amazing podcasts, don't happen that quickly.
Oh, really?
No, because schedules. And a lot of us aren't really privy of using the link and emailing people. A lot of us don't want to do that.
You are very professional, I must say.
I try.
I do love it. Maybe you have to help me up my game a little bit.
Definitely.
But just introduce yourself to the audience, please.
Well, go on, people. I am Joss Cambridge-Simmons, teacher of love, black man, award-winning nanny, birthing partner, doula, and healer, because I've had to come to terms with the fact that my work is healing. I'm not talking about the birthing part of it, but just my work in general as a black man in a maternal, childcaring, parental space with the energies and the essence I have. I'm also a DJ as well. I play Afro house music, and for me, everything is kind of coincided and interlinked, because, life is a vibe if you make it a vibe. And so that is it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the introduction. I love the love.
Yes.
Because that's all I want to do in this earth is exude love.
Yeah.
I love music.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be checking it out. I didn't know you was a doula. I actually did my doula course,
Okay.
Yes. So I understand this on lots of levels.
Yes.
I love that you're a black man who is very sure and very confident of yourself. And I just love that you are doing what you love. Yeah. And this is why we do what we do here. Because I think it would be a disservice to be on this earth and not take up space.
Okay. You see that one there? I think it's selfish when individuals don't use their gifts. Let me give context though, because there's various variables that can be in the way of you stepping over that table. Definitely. And I'm not someone that doesn't see the table. I get it. And people call it excuses, but I understand. It's like that saying when people say people do what they want, people do it if they want to. And no, there's so much variables to why they can't do it. And with the whole using your gifts, when you get out of your own way at some point and realise your life is a gift to give. And for me, my life is an act of service.
Yes.
I'm here to give, not to take. I'm here to give, and give of service, give of love, give of opportunity, build communities, raise children. And for the last 18 years, 19 years, I'm 38 now, I've been of service to others.
I love
in a way that I didn't know what that was at one point. Because we talked this talk, but we didn't know what this was when we was doing it 10 years ago. We were just doing it and enjoying it. But now we're living in our purpose, living in our pride. It's an actual amazing Afro house song. And when you actually stand in your pride, stand in your purpose, it's like the rise of a phoenix.
Listen, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, he's answering questions I ain't even asked him yet.
Yeah. So
but
that's it.
There's something, and what it is, I think it's like, I went on a marriage retreat on the weekend.
How beautiful.
And my husband described me as a magnet.
Okay.
And I've never heard him say that or think about it.
Can I have a question?
Of course.
You've been with your husband for a long time, hearing a compliment from you never heard before, is that like a new level of butterflies?
Of course. Listen, the butterflies don't ever stop, you know.
Beautiful,
I must say.
Beautiful,
I must say.
Beautiful.
But I was like, and the reason that I use that is because I I never thought of it. I'm quite a visual person. I never thought of it as a thing, but I think there's an attraction that I'm drawn to people who walk in purpose. When I look on my Instagram kind of feed and everything.
Danielle?
Yeah, no, the people that I am around.
Me and Danielle, same star sign.
I don't believe in all of that stuff. I do think there's something about people born around the same time.
Yeah.
But I think you gravitate to people who are kind of like doing or living on purpose.
Yeah.
I do have those people definitely around me.
And it's funny because a lot of us don't have those as friends. We meet them in this kind of space.
Really? I think I definitely...
When I have them as friends, but when I talk to people, a lot of people... Or you might take your friends for... Granted and not realise how great they are, even though you know how great they are, but being with a friend for how many years, you kind of don't really see it sometimes.
I agree with
understandably, because you're just kind of chilling, having simple conversations.
I just think it depends on who is your friend. It depends on how... the kind of conversations you have. Because I think there's different levels of friendship.
Yes.
And I think some people, it just scratches
I'm so blessed enough to have male friendships all of depth.
I love that.
They've all got substance and they came from a place of like, we've all been friends for like 12, 15 plus years. Some of us 20 plus years. And the conversations we have on a daily, it's like, we do check-ins without knowing we're checking in. And just nice, wholesome conversations.
It's needed.
Yeah, it's really needed.
It's really. I think a lot of men would benefit from having friendships or just more spaces, more safe spaces for them to just be vulnerable. Not this kind of like, I think that is just. We are going off already when we haven't even answered any of the questions, but we're going to come back. So we've touched on purpose, but what does purpose actually mean to you?
Purpose to me means the intention behind who you are.
Okay.
So being intentional with your ideas and not seeing them as ideas that might not work, seeing them as ideas that can flourish. If they don't flourish, you go again.
Okay.
And also purpose for me as well is being able to be true to who you are and enjoy what you do.
Yes.
Like, I like cooking, but I don't cook enough. But when I do cook, I'm guaning. And that's the purpose. Because I found purpose in the moment. And I think finding purpose in the little things makes the bigger things easier. So when you're actually looking at your wider space for purpose, you've actually got more intention and energy towards it, where I know I've been living in my purpose since I was like 19, 18, but I didn't know what it was then.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm big on manifestation, and I'm big on like manifestation and living in what you've spoken, and also being able to have an idea and stick with it.
Yes.
Like, I haven't moved far away from my idea that I made when I was 19. Like, it gets me emotional and overwhelmed, because I was sitting in a nursery in Finley Park in Doula Street behind Cash and Carry Finley Park. We've all been to that Cash and Carry, Jernine way. We've all been there over the years. There's a Cash and Carry near Nando's that everyone's gone to over the years. I used to work at a nursery that was there. We was in preschool room. Everyone was making business cards for babysitting. And everybody was like, we can babysit these kids in our class. Let's make business cards. Everyone's making business cards. Thinking of a business name that came about to children saying Jossie. Moving forward quickly, it was... Then I've realised I want to be a nanny.
Okay.
But I don't want to... I want to be a nanny, but I didn't want to just work for just one family. I wanted to work for a village. Yeah. I didn't know what it looked like then, though. But I also knew I wanted to change. I wanted to travel the world.
Okay.
And that's where the airplane logo comes about on the airplane. Oh. And then it was then saying that I also wanted to be a voice in this field of work, because I knew then there wasn't many men, but I didn't know what that looked like or what that really meant, because I was 19. Like, I knew gender, I knew those conversations, but I wasn't privy of gender roles, because I came from a house where my mum did what my mum does and my dad did what my dad does, and I have to do everything.
Yeah, that's good.
That's just how I was raised. So the gender roles conversation was never a conversation I was never raised with that. So it was then when I've realised that My mum also had the conversation, was like, oh, maybe look for a job that you can make into a career. When I look at it now, it's kind of saying, maybe find your purpose, but she wasn't saying that then.
It wasn't those words, yeah.
But that grew me into finding my purpose in being able to nurture children and support families, from being a nursery teacher and going through working in nurseries, care homes, youth work, support work, managing nurseries. All of that practice embedded me into becoming a nanny whilst doing that, to then leaving and being my own type of nanny and going self-employed. When nanny, I think I got self-employed as a nanny at a point when nannies would chastise you for saying you're self-employed. Nannies wouldn't rate your work rate because you work for two families at one time, you're a part-timer. That's how nannies would kind of look at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were trying to like pop your tin down, as we say, innit? And be like, because you work part-time, you do full-time hours. And I was like, cool. I stopped listening to people years ago.
That's the beauty of self-employment, isn't it? Is that you work it around.
And now, there's a good percentage of nannies that are self-employed that are managing various families, and it's working for us. And that's how I see purpose, is being able to create a plan and step into it. Okay. Create a plan that's not even given to you, and sometimes create what's not there.
So what would you say your purpose is?
My purpose is to love.
Yes, I love that.
My biggest purpose in life, wow, that was emotional. One of my biggest purposes in life is to kind of love. And for me, love is everything. I don't just say it to not answer the question. Love is how I speak, love is how I walk, love is how I talk. All of those three things aid how I care for children, how I step into these households as who I am, with what I'm saying and what I've got in my heart.
Yes.
As much as being able to give my best and learn how to be my best, because there's no ceiling.
Yeah. And
also, when I say love, I talk on building connection and making people feel seen in conversation.
There's just a picture I've got in my mind. I think I commented on your post one time, and the baby was just lying on your chest. And it was just like, almost like purring, like a little cat, like the most beautiful sound as a mum who doesn't hear that sound anymore.
Yes.
But it was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But I could see that baby felt completely safe, and you felt completely comfortable, and you could see I could see the love.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean?
And even in saying that, I've learned that my purpose is bigger than what I think it is.
Yes.
I don't think it's landed yet. Like,
purpose never stops,
because for me to be a black man in a space that's predominantly run by white women, just childcare in general, and be caring, nurturing, present, soft, and be able to actually care for these babies from the womb, let alone 5-year-olds, 8-year-olds, and support these families the way I do, it's unheard of. I don't normally say this out loud, but I'm living in my truth now.
But it's true.
Like, it's unheard of, and I realise that purpose is bigger than me. This isn't it's not about me. There's a bigger message here to show you what's really, really possible if you go against the grain.
I love that.
And you go against the social constructs of what people think you can and can't and shouldn't be doing.
I'm just like, I've got goose pimples all over my body, because I absolutely 100% agree with what you're saying.
And you see, I have this belief system because of love. You see, when I see, like, I'm so blessed to be able to work with families that have love in their houses, love in their villages, love with their partners, love with their friends and family. I'm able to see what love looks like in every capacity possible. So you could never tell me it's not possible. Never, ever. Then I take that for myself and put it in my own life and see what I can formulate with that energy that I've received from someone's beautiful relationship with their sister, with their husband, with their friend, with their own children, with themselves that they're building on constantly. And I'm now able to realise, to take all of that energy and put it into a bowl and see what happens for myself.
No,
and
definitely. No,
really,
because listen, I think if we stay on social media and we watch television, I think the examples of love, the examples of relationship, of marriage is literally not very even saying positive.
That, a lot of what us, there's individuals in the world that are doing stuff. A lot of us are doing stuff that's bigger than our social media platforms.
Oh, come on. Like, I think we've had a little bit of a conversation.
Yeah, where,
listen,
like, your 10K, your 9K followers can't
what are you talking about?
Like, you're a painter decorator, but your post won't really formulate the changes and what you did for people's households in the area you work in and changed lives.
It's
and
so true.
Maybe healed people where you put a part of their house into a different formation that's healed a part of them because that part of the house was a no-go for them anymore. And you come in and you stepped in and changed it.
That is so
and
deep.
You can't put that into content sometimes. There's no, like, you maybe put a camera in there and do stuff, but that doesn't translate.
Before and after.
It doesn't really translate the kind of energy and the essence that you've now created for these people from the work you're doing. And I think that's the work that I'm doing, that is bigger than social media. It's bigger than a TikTok repost. It's bigger than a verification badge and it's also, it humbles me because I'm no longer chasing the numbers and the likes.
I'm so glad.
And the reposts. Because in the real world, I'm really seen and I'm really felt and I'm really appreciated.
You know what? I think that's a bit that I'm going to clip and make sure that that's for people to see, because, you know, I look at this journey of doing this, right? And yes, the podcast has been for 5 years. Some people know about it, some people don't. And my friend reminded me in my frustration yesterday of like trying to find a venue, trying to do all of this stuff for this big kind of celebration. She's just reminded me, you know, that there's people that are not even in this country that are watching you.
The fact, okay, I don't know how privileged we are for you to be looking for venues to celebrate 5 years.
I know. It's only God, you know. I have to always.
That's a privilege in itself.
Let people understand. That this is for God. This is not for me. This like. Maybe on that day I might go into more about the journey because, and I don't want to cry. But it's not been easy. Right. And it's not, it's on so many levels because, you know, when you're asked to do something like this, some people love all the hype and, did it. I think I went to the marriage retreat. I don't think I even said to anybody that I have got a podcast. People find out and they're like, how come you didn't tell me that? And I'm like, maybe that wasn't something for conversation. But I remember doing an event in, I think it was 2019, right? And it was about love. What was the title? I Am Love. That was the title. All of my events were I am something. I am what you eat. I am love. So this one was the one that was like really heartfelt, obviously. And I had a lineup. I had like people who were coming to speak, and every single one of the speakers let me down. Actually, bar one, and they all told me on the day. So there was nothing that I could do. And I remember like the audience are there. It was actually the biggest audience I had, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to keep it 100. And I just told them. I literally cried and said, look. This is what I've been doing behind the scenes. I've planned all of this thing and they've let me down. And now I'm like, I don't actually know what. And I just shared my heart, spoke about the journey of doing the events and whatever. And I think this whole looking for venues, all of this stuff, I tell you, has been exhausting.
And I think it also can make you feel like you're being taken away from your actual plan of what you're trying to do.
Do you know what I mean?
You're thinking like, do I really need to do?
Because I actually found a venue. Yeah. The venue emailed me, I think maybe about 4 weeks ago and said that they're closing down.
Oh no.
So this is why this has been like, but I also trust God, and I prayed yesterday and I said, look, God, if you don't want me to do this, then just tell me. But if you do, then please show me or give me a venue that is accessible and whatever. Anyway, one of the things when I was doing the events, I used to get really like upset because of the lack of people come in and whatever. And I remember that day that I had that I Am Love event, God saying, "This, don't look at the numbers." So when you're doing what you do, it's not about who can see you. Yeah,
because like when moments like when I'm out, like yesterday, had my one of my babies, been looking after her since she was 3 months. She's now 4. Wasn't feeling well yesterday. I wasn't feeling well previous days before. Was a bit better yesterday. Woke up 9:45 because she was just very tired. Woke up, had 2 bowls of Weetabix. That's 4 Weetabixes.
Wow.
She was very hungry. Had a late lunch. Left the house late. Went out. I mean, she had a slow day. And I've realised how much space I had to hold for her because of...
And we need that.
Because of how she wasn't really well. And it wasn't the happiest. She was happy.
But not herself.
Not herself.
Yeah.
And she had like a 2.5 hour nap after her sleep.
Oh, wow. So, yeah.
When she woke up, happy as Larry.
Okay.
Happiest child in the world.
Yes.
Because I just allowed her to rest. And I cultivated that space and let the adult in me let her be. When adult in us sometimes doesn't always want to let her, she would not rest. But we kind of want to constantly make a fuss. And
I think we don't even let ourselves rest.
Yes.
How about that? I think about my grandparents, like my grandma and my mum, right? I come from a legacy of amazing women who can paint, they can do gender roles. What does that mean?
Yeah.
They do everything, right? But I looked at them and I thought, one thing you lot don't do is rest.
Yeah.
So guess what? I have broken that that generational curse and I rest. Sometimes you will find me in my bed at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and I've conjured the same for myself. Learn to rest well.
You need to. It's
learn,
important.
Learn how to rest well.
Yeah, but even what you said about holding space, understanding, you know what? I was in the scene room the other day having a chat as I do, and another guy that we do the same class. So we've, been doing the same class for a little while. And I just said to him, I've just not been feeling myself. I've just had I just been feeling a bit lethargic. I've been a bit low in my mood. And you know what he said? He said, it's okay. It's okay to feel like that.
Yeah. Allow yourself to.
That's what he said. And I was like, when you're just like, oh yeah.
It's like
it was
that,
like this.
It's like that book about how to not give a F.
I've not read it,
and it's the same kind of mentality.
Yes.
When you allow yourself to, they're so freeing.
Yeah.
See, when you allow yourself to just be tired, tell yourself you're tired.
Yeah.
Not wash the dishes right now.
Yeah.
Not hoover.
Don't tell my kids this bit. No, they need to do all of those things.
Like for that moment in time, you might leave it for an hour and go back to it.
No, I hear you.
It's actually very healing.
No,
because
I agree.
There's a hustle mentality that we've all got as a culture and as a generation where life's so difficult. We have to get up and do stuff we don't always want to do at that specific time. But if we learn how to be able to find a balance somewhere, to be able to not do it then, but do it then, and then allow ourselves to sometimes just chill a little bit.
Yeah.
You also work better when you're relaxed.
Agree. And when you're rested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got availability now that I should be really working. Like right now, I should be looking after children.
Yes.
And my Mondays are very free. My Friday afternoons are very free. I'm also trying to fill those with work because obviously money for make. But I'm also taking a secret little silent blessing in being able to have a little bit of a downtime. Not too much of a downtime, but
I hear
seeing
you.
that track, because also you can kind of become depressed and anxious.
But you
stressed.
could use that time because about what we were speaking about before you started recording.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because you can look at the time you have spare that you should be working in, especially when you're self-employed, and become anxious and stressed. Look at some of it as a little bit of rest, and look at some of it as how to formulate and cultivate, strategize, etc.
Yeah.
And because obviously Rome wasn't built on a day, and
that's
I'm sure,
so true.
Like, to be able to build a Rome in this day and age, rest is probably more important than actual work. Because you can't work
especially because of what you do as well.
If you're not resting well, you can't work well.
Yeah, so true.
And as much as I'm great at my job, I'm only great at my job because of the rest that I allow myself to have. And I have a lot of time away from families and children where, like, I have a DJ, I have a pastime outside of childcare that really fills my cup up.
That's
like
amazing.
I DJed on Sunday in the biggest club in Europe at one of the biggest Afro house events in the UK. And for me, I'm doing my thing, 2-hour DJ set, but my cup, as much as it was a late night, I left there with my cup full.
Yeah, no,
because I'm able to, like, do another thing that I love.
Yeah,
I'm blessed.
Yeah, this is like being here.
Yeah, I'm blessed.
It is,
and that's one of my purposes. I've been DJing since I was like 13, 14.
Okay,
and I'm able to now do it on somewhat of a world stage and still enjoy it. Like, if I'm not living in my purpose, I don't know what is.
That is so good. That is so good. So, how did you know? So you said purpose is love.
Yeah.
How did you know that this was your purpose?
When I think I had little brothers, and my mum realised how good I am with my brothers and just good I am with children. And my mum was the person that said, maybe she found the advert in the Islington Gazette for a nursery, the first nursery I worked in. Mum was like, maybe you should go for this job because you're quite good with kids and maybe be a teacher or a nursery teacher. And then went into it, and when I started working, must be within 6 months or a year, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's
I'm
amazing.
generally good with children. And it was then when I kind of had, I think I watched, I've got a post on my Instagram page that talks about representation for men in nurturing and maternal just roles in life. I'm 38, so I grew up on Kindergarten Cop.
Yes, I love that
Which
film.
had private police officer become a teacher.
Yeah.
Then fall in love with a teacher.
Yeah.
Take that context out of it. He had to Arnold Schwarzenegger had to become nurturing and patient.
Yes, he did.
And
which
calm.
was kind of like
The opposite of what he would do as a police officer. As a police officer, you probably have to be calm to an extent.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Then we had Look Who's Talking.
Oh my God. Do you know what?
When Sis had the baby in the back of a cab.
Yeah.
And then fell in love with the cab driver.
Yeah. My favourite was the second one, actually.
Yeah. Fell in love with the cab driver.
Yeah.
He became a whole stepdad.
Yeah.
Then became a whole father. And they fell in love and it was beautiful and had more babies.
Oh my gosh.
And that in itself, watching these men take on those roles, the 3 men and a baby.
Oh my
when
gosh,
they dropped the baby at the door and nobody knew who the father was.
That is mad because you don't even realise.
Yeah, I didn't pre it until I've looked back, and the 3 men and a baby, they've all now had to become dads because no one knew who the baby it was. But they showed up for this baby.
Yes, they did, yeah.
And then you had Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, I love that film as well.
And Mrs. Doubtfire made me realise I'm not a father, but there's no excuse for not being
yet.
there. Not yet. There's no excuse for not being there for your children when she faked a job and dressed up as a woman to go and be there for her children.
Deep. Yeah. Yeah, because she wouldn't have
she showed up.
him. Yeah.
She showed up better for her children as the nanny than she did as a dad.
It's so
which then
true.
made her be a better dad when they got the co-parenting going in.
Yes.
And when they clocked it was him, that they left the outfit out of it and he became a father again, a better version of what he was after he faked it.
That is so...
He rid for his children.
No, he did. Like, I love...
All of these films showed me men showing up for children and families and it not being... And also Daddy Daycare.
Oh, I love that film as well. All of these films are like all of my...
Daddy Daycare, where he was looking for a new job.
Yeah.
And the wife was like, maybe look after... I think all the men kind of became jobless.
Yeah.
Stayed at home with the kids and they was like, what should we do?
And that was a black lead. He was the...
And I think they ended up... I think they went soft play. They had the idea of soft play.
Yeah.
And then...
That is
open up a childminders in the house. That didn't go well because the American Ofsted people came and shut it down, and then they patterned up and it won. And I was watching these films, seeing these
Fatherhood. That's another one. Yeah,
seeing all of these films, even something like Boys in the Hood, where Lawrence Fishburne kind of became a father for the community within reason when they gave them a certain talk. And
I love these representations, you know.
And I grew up on this stuff. I grew up seeing these men.
I did, but I don't think it's
like
only clicked now.
Fresh Prince.
Oh, I love
how
that.
Uncle Phil really dealt with Will like he was his second son. He never made Will feel anything less. And that shows me the importance of just showing up for the children in the community.
I love that.
And that's made me look back and realise I can do that too while I'm doing it, but not knowing what I'm doing until years have passed. And it was when years have passed, I've realised this is what I want to do. I want to enjoy this. I want to be able to turn this into something tangible. And that's what I did.
That's amazing.
6-7 awards later, I lost the number anymore. Like, I've won awards for this stuff. Like, I've been seen as maybe one of the first black men to vocally do this work out loud consistently. Because a lot of men in this space do amazing work, but don't stay in this space for long. They kind of come here while they're trying to get back to what they was doing.
Okay.
I've only ever cared for children.
Yeah.
Since 19, only job I've did is caring for children and DJing. There's nothing else I did.
I love that you've got the two.
Literally.
Do you know what's really funny? I have to send this to my niece, Millie, right? Because Millie's 18.
Yeah.
She's like literally my other they're basically all raised together. And Millie loves children and she is pursuing a
beautiful.
career in childcare, but she also loves DJing and loves music and so I just think that's mad that it's together.
To make her know, both can go on. Because
and she'll love that you spoke in patois as well.
Both of them can coincide.
Yes, they can.
I've been saying a lot recently, I'm a multifaceted individual.
I think the last, maybe this year or last year, because I do so many different things. And I always, like when I go into certain spaces, I think, who should I be today?
Yeah.
Literally, because I think, should I be Jernine the author? Should I be Jernine a podcast host? Should I be Jernine who's worked in criminal justice for 20 odd years?
Yeah.
And I feel like I said to someone, we was having this whole thing about LinkedIn and how we show up. And I said, look, I don't feel like I can be my whole multifaceted self on LinkedIn. I feel like it puts me in a box and I don't like boxes.
Yeah. And that's made me realise, even just while you were just saying that, Jernine's the only reason that all those things are possible. So why are you not being Jernine?
And that's what but LinkedIn don't allow, so I just don't go on there. But
even with LinkedIn,
I hear you.
I'm putting myself as a LinkedIn now.
Yeah.
I've got pictures of me in LinkedIn in a t-shirt, shorts and some night crepe. And an insightful caption about whatever I'm talking about today.
Yeah. It's not the clothes or the thing. What it is, sometimes, what did they say? I can only hear the ending of the sentence. Something of thing, master of none. What is it when you?
I know what you're talking about.
When you do a lot of things, but you're not good at anything. Yeah. I think it's that saying that's made me feel like,
because people project a lot.
Do you understand?
People feel like,
that's true.
And like
that is true.
There's nothing for me. People look. People will see my calendar and my schedule. Oh my God, you're so busy. How do you do this? How do you do that? You do podcasts. You public speak. You do content creation. But they're all possible because it's just me. Because I'm just doing it. Everything becomes very first nature here. Second, because it's just me, it becomes easier. Because it's very easy to be myself.
Yeah.
So I'm the same person in all spaces. Obviously, with children. No, I'm approachable in all spaces because it's my softness and my essence that allow me to, and my confidence and my nurturing that allow me to connect with promoters and get DJ bookings the same way I'm able to connect with people and come on their podcasts and have conversations. Let alone parents see all of this and like, oh my God, he's great. He might look after our children because he has a life. I'm not spoiling that myself for anybody anymore. We've been been doing it, guys.
Do you know something? This is why it's good to have conversations because I tell people all the time, I think I say a little bit too much. I ain't fully there. I'm not this whole, I'm still learning. This is why I do this because I learn from the people that come and speak. And it's like, that is definitely, and I say it to people all the time, why are you shrinking? And I shrink myself. I do.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Actually, how am I going to, when was it? 2 weeks ago, I sat down and I said, I need to have a website. But I still struggle with this kind of like, what is the thing? I was saying to someone the other day, self-promotion feels extremely uncomfortable for me. And it's like trying to find the balance between humility and...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm still in a little bit of a battle about how to best do that. But I think here this is me. Do you know what I mean? The people at my work, my 9 to 5, they don't know this. They don't know me. I don't show up. I don't work in an office anymore. I'm remote anyway. So I think that may be part of it. But I would say that I mainly am myself, but there are some spaces where I think, and I think they don't even deserve to see me.
I've had this conversation with my friends before, and a lot of it's mindset on top of the spaces you're in, but I'm in corporate spaces a lot for who I am.
Yes. No, I get. Listen.
So it's like people will like when I'm doing public speaking and I'm sitting in on like I got messages today to sit on a panel like in these corporate spaces as who I am for what I know from looking after babies.
Yes.
That tells me that you can really do what you want, guys. There's no rules. There's no rules. You have to make up your own rules. and stand firm in them and believe them. No.
Definitely.
It's not going to happen if you don't believe in it. You got to really stand firm in your purpose and live in your pride.
Yeah.
To really live in your pride.
I don't have an issue with doing that.
Yeah.
It's just on LinkedIn. That I don't think it's... that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it isn't, because this was the kind of conversation that I've been having recently. And then someone was like, oh no, you need to do this and that. And I was like, okay, or how about I just show up? I like Instagram, right? Yeah. I feel like I can show my mum's side. I can show my, I think I was telling them something about working with young people. Like I've worked in probation for many years. That is a gift that is inside me. I can connect with absolutely anyone. And it's through doing that. And I'm always drawn to, those who have had difficult lives and who've, broken the law, and not for me to see them as a person. That is still something inside me.
Yeah, because even saying that, I never would have dreamt to believe that my work has taken me to do a mini workshop and a conversation in Brixton HMP.
Listen, and that's the spaces that it needs to. I think... all of those things, the way that you just summarise all of those films of being, and I'm a little bit older than you, but that kind of 90s, I'd say, though, that era of films, 90s into noughties, all of those representations were there. They were also positive, masculine. Yeah. There was because I feel like the way that things are have kind of slightly changed.
Yeah.
And those representations were of... really powerful, and you got those, and you took what you needed from them, and you ran with it.
And they were all men showing vulnerabilities that I didn't know. When I was watching these films, I didn't know what vulnerability was. When I've seen Ian Wright win the FA Cup with us on Ball, bearing in mind Ian Wright's my idol. Uncle Ian, lived for Christie. Whatever race he won back in the 90s, he was crying when he won it. Like they're seeing,
but it's like that's only acceptable in certain spaces.
Yeah,
but in sport, it's okay a little bit.
But I think as black men then, it probably wasn't acceptable. But they was showing up and being emotional and vulnerable. That's way before we probably they might have not even knew what they was doing. But when I'm watching them, and I'm like, even I remember the day Trevor McDonald left. Was it ITV he was on? How emotional he was. That's done something for me. What I didn't even know what it was at that point in time.
That's amazing.
But I've remembered all.
And look at the people that you're calling. People. You're calling out some legends.
Yeah, that I'm grown up watching them. I've seen Lenny Henry on TV be emotional.
Yes,
because also these black men or black individuals have gone through so much because of their race and their gender alone in the spaces they're in. Prior to where they are at now.
That is
hence
so
why
true.
Lenny Henry's a sir. Ian might soon get there, hopefully. But these individuals have had to endure some really treacherous things due to them being black.
That is so
in the spaces
true.
they're in, and all being at the top of their game in the spaces they're in. And I've grown up watching them, and I'm now as great as they are, but in the space that I'm in.
I love that.
So when I look at it like that, anything's possible.
That is so true.
And your purpose isn't far removed from who you really are.
That is so true.
Because I'm only, like I said it already, I'm only who I am. I'm only doing what I'm doing because of who I am. Like, I was loved well so I can love well.
Yes. And that's a blessing in itself,
Yeah, and it's funny because someone asked me recently, I'm very, I think a lot, and someone said to me, what was put into you, Joss, or what's happened to you, or what... In a positive way, what was instilled in you for you to be who you are now?
I'm telling you.
And I asked myself this, I've got a brain set where I want to go into a lab and get my brain dissected and have these therapists question and find out what's inside me, in my head wires, to be able to be so nurturing as a man and caring and soft, where scientifically we're seen as those individuals, but it takes a hard stream of rewiring to be this way inclined. So I've always wondered,
and I don't even think personally that it's scientific. Personally, I think, and I always put it down to the same thing. God put some gifts and some gifts and talents inside, and a good parent is able to nurture and kind of hone those.
And with that, I remember when I got asked that question by someone about 3-4 months ago, maybe 5. I phoned my dad and I was like, yo, like, was chatting. And it's like, I posed the question to him.
Yeah.
And my dad's very insightful. I get my insightfulness from my dad and so is my mum. Very, like, my dad reads a lot, etc. And he was like, you know what, Joss? A lot of it is how pure my mum's heart and his heart was. As much as there was DV and there was turbulence, it's very hard to still see someone's love in between all of the noise and the chaos and the trauma, but it was there.
Okay.
It isn't an excuse. I don't do excuses.
That's amazing that you could see that, though.
Yeah.
Because I think most
perpetrators
people who have...
Most perpetrators of abuse have ill intention, have the wrong intentions, but it's individualized as well.
I was going to say...
if I just reverse that, for my dad individually, his heart's always been pure.
Okay.
So when I've had the phone conversation with him, he's like, a lot of it is come from us, but he said the biggest parts of it has come from the journey you've taken with yourself.
And that's the other thing I was going to say.
And that hit coming, because I don't sit here thinking my parents think, oh my God, Joss is great because of us. To an extent, yes. Because obviously
I think there's a little...
I come from good stock, as we say.
Yeah.
But seeing that from my father, I was like, raw, because I know it because I've been putting in work. The work don't stop. But I don't know it to see it. I just know it because there's nothing else I can do. I've got to try and be great. You feel me? But hearing that from my father, and then my mum agreed with it, I spoke to my mum, I was like, you know what? I hear it. And it's kind of like being able to know that your parents have seen how you've grown your own mindset outside of what you've learned from them.
And that's important because I think, I spent my whole weekend at the marriage retreat talking about unlearning. Yeah. Because a lot of us have been taught things that are very damaging, very negative, and we've had to unlearn some of the things that we've learned,
That's why I'm so big on love. I think love, okay, I'm not a parent. Yeah, somewhat with the work I do. But what I think the journey of parenting and working with children is reparenting yourself.
Oh yes.
and I don't think it's for you if you don't gather that mindset at some point. It's going to be quite difficult for you. And I can't say come in with it because you don't have it overnight. It comes when it comes. When you land with children professionally or become a parent, I think at some point on your journey throughout of that, the journey of reparenting yourself comes up. Secondly, the journey of love is relearning. How I think relationships and love teach you how to relearn what love really is at the essence, at the core.
Yes.
Not love languages. Yes. Love languages are quite easy to sit in based on what you want without challenging yourself.
I don't know. Go on. We're gonna because I've got the 3 things in my head now. Reparenting love
and relearning love, as in there's a challenge that love brings up that a lot of us I don't think are always ready for, because the challenge is quite reflective.
Oh yes.
And the challenge can be constant turbulence with you and said friend or said partner, which can put you off.
True.
I mean, but then it's the relearning that gets the challenge past it being a challenge and past it being a lesson that was worth doing. And only because of my lens on love, I have a lens on love, is why I'm able to see it like that for me individually, where love only works for me when it's a challenge. When I have to challenge what I think I know, challenge what I think I need and don't need here, because no one's giving me what I want. No one's giving me what I want in the way that I want it. It's you're giving it to me in the way that you can give it. And some of us sometimes really want what we want from Jernine.
Yeah.
But the way Jernine's doing it is fine. It's just not what we want. But I think a little bit of ego and a lack of wanting to be uncomfortable will have us not choose Jernine for whatever we're choosing Jernine for that purpose of love, whether it could be a partnership, a relationship, a friendship. Because it's very easy to sit where you are. I circle the block with that. I sit with these children daily as their carer, and I'm challenged daily.
Oh, yes.
And that's where this mindset comes from, where I'm constantly challenged with these children in ways where they're not scared of me. They're not intimidated by me. That they respect me, they value me, they care for me, they love me, they adore me. But they're always going to speak their mind and say how they feel. We're in Tesco's and they want to cry over the fact that we can't get a pink cucumber because they don't make pink cucumbers. They're going to cry in Tesco's. And I've learned how to be audacious like them and honest with how I feel like them, but also teaching them how to realign those emotions into being still having those emotions and being in that raw, but understanding how we can hold those emotions in a way where we can become more understanding and okay with not getting what we want in a pink cucumber.
That is so deep on so many levels.
Thank you.
And the thing that I would say, because I feel like I've experienced all of those things through being in a relationship for almost 25 years, through having 3 children, through being a daughter, through having siblings, through working with different people that challenge you because and your children challenge you as well. But the thing that I would say is like the way of, or what's helped me, because that's what I keep remembering. For me, how I've been able to navigate all of that is through therapy. And the beauty of my therapy as well is that it's been Christian therapy. So God is in the center of my therapy room. And those are the things, God is, to me, is love. That is the epitome of love on every level of love. Friendship love. Love when you forgive someone who's hurt and betrayed.
It's why we say love is love.
Like love, the love that I've seen demonstrated by God to give your only son. All of these things. But also in that therapy room, like I had to go to therapy because for me to be a better Jernine, firstly, because that's the first thing, I had to have therapy.
Same.
Do you understand what I mean? I think there's certain things that hold up a mirror to you. So sometimes your relationship will hold up a mirror to you and think, hold on a minute. Is it him or is it me? Is it, what's going on here? My children have held up a mirror to me. Oh gosh, actually, I don't like that thing about my mum might come and tell me about myself. Oh, you're this or that. Okay, let me work on that. My childhood has helped, I've had to look at that in a deep level because that shows me who I am. And the way that I've been parented. Is that the parenting that I want to demonstrate to my children?
That's the blueprint childhood. Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? I think I'm at this point of my life, right? Just is that my husband's gonna laugh if he listens to this, is that we need to do the work.
Yes. Work for do.
He started to get so annoyed with me saying that, but I stand on it. And what I'm on a level, I'm here. Deep,
I'm here.
Because there's a whole heap of people in this world who are messing up people. Damaging and destroying people because they ain't done their work.
2 things. Everything you said is why one of the most biggest reasons why I do this work is to give these children an entrance into life as an adult that understands the effect I can have on their childhood right now. And especially as a black man in these children's lives.
Yes, that's amazing. Because you can actually change the whole trajectory of and their representation of black men.
Yes.
In that little moment.
Yes.
That is so... That's actually, do you know, like, that's world changing.
Yes. That's why when I've realised this work's bigger than me, it's bigger than any conversation.
But I'm hoping that this conversation, that there's a young man who loves children, who wants to
care
pursue
and nurture,
this career, but is thinking, what is the people going to think? What labels are going to be placed on me to do this?
Yeah. Also, what was the last thing you said? Because I've lost it.
About doing the work.
Yes. Doing the work.
How vital it is.
Yes.
And how important it is.
How important it is to do the work that needs to be done in a way that is graceful on yourself.
Yes.
Because I'm a very big believer on grace. I've got a saying is, 2 sayings, grace, forgive. Then the second question is, how much grace do you walk with?
Oh my gosh. Listen, I think you just come to slap me on both sides of my face.
I realize a lot of us don't walk with grace to give to people.
I don't. No, I give it to people. I don't give it to myself.
Okay. But a lot of people struggle with both. As someone that gives a lot of people grace and understanding, I've realized how much I see people not give it.
Yeah.
It's very hit and miss with people. And this isn't me expecting me from people. It's just when I just watch and just observe, I see it in it, etc. And that enables me to give myself even more grace in life, and enables me to give even more grace to these children and more understanding and more patience. Also with therapy and like doing the work, I've become more patient the older I get.
Yeah.
And I've been very, very patient, but I've also realised there's no extent to the patient. Where I realised I'm so blessed with the patience is how much parents are grateful of how patient I am. My parents fully don't understand how I'm so patient with their kids.
I think the greatest thing is because they're not yours. I've got more patience, I think, for other people's children than I have for my own.
As in, no, because the thing is, I'm human. I get triggered. I've got ego, guys. I'm, like, who are you talking to? But that isn't ever how I respond. And I even check myself when my face doesn't respond in a way to these children. Because
you maybe have to give me some lessons on that, because my face speaks too
loudly. So when
loudly.
these children, when the parents tell me thank you, I know where it's coming from. Because we're all in here being triggered by this one child or these 2 children right now. And everyone's trying to not lose their cool. No one's losing their cool. And I sometimes get the biggest bunt. Because I walk in, I've got here on time, I've rushed to be here on time, and these children don't want to say hi to me. And we're trying to not chastise them and make them feel bad for it, but we also want to teach them manners and gratitude and these things in a way that doesn't have them doing something, like forcing them to do something, but teaching them a lesson in the importance of it.
Yes.
Prime example, my little one's 5. I pick her up from school every Wednesday and Thursday. And I've just realised how much these children be like, you got any snacks, Joss? I've been cooking for the last 3 hours for you. I jumped on a line bike, you nearly got hit by a bus to get here. And all you can ask me for is a snack.
Hey, you need to make sure you got the snacks.
What I then realised is, don't make it about what this child's asking for. Don't make it about her need for food right now. Introduce said child and said children in general into conversations around asking our friends and family and loved ones how they are. And then now I say that when we meet people, see people, when someone comes to pick us up or we bump into someone that we know, we always try, like, if we're in a happy mood or we're feeling like we can say it, we say, hi, how are you? Before we ask for something.
Yes.
Now, every time I pick up this little one for the last 3 months, like, I cried once because she's like, Joss, how was your day? How was the baby? I was like, God, like,
you got it. You've got it.
And when you realise that what you're instilling and instilling these children shows up.
Yes.
But it showed up in a way that works for her. It's not Joss's way, it's her way. And now she's like, and she's so proud of it. She's like, Joss, how was your day? Like, did you have a good time at work?
But where's the snacks?
Or was you resting and did you remember to bring snacks?
Oh.
Of course I got you.
Yeah.
And she's like,
that's important.
And then when her sister sees me, doesn't do it, she's like, sister, ask her just how he is. You just got here. And I'm like, but she's now become mindful and understanding that we've all got feelings here.
It's good. I say the same thing to my children.
All our feelings matter, and she's 5.
Yeah, it's important though. And it's little things. And I said the same thing to I said, you phone me. I know I'm your mum and I know I'm like the ATM and the whatever. But can you just greet me and ask me how my day is before you ask me for something? Yeah. It'll be quite nice if you just sent me a message or phone me just for no reason.
Yeah, I was talking to my partner the other day and it was like, we was busting joke because she's got kids and it was like, sometimes these children won't touch the dinner and don't realise how much you've been jugging to make this dinner.
Oh my, that's my daughter's
how much work you've had to do, an invoice to Judge Chase to get this food on the table.
Hold on.
You know what I had to do?
Listen
to get
me.
here, to get this pasta and this rice and this fish and this chicken.
Do you know
and you
what?
Don't want to eat it.
I don't know, but recently, it's almost like I take it as offence.
Yeah, and okay.
Because you don't know. Like, I get paid every week, right? And I do, you have to be, the math have to really math at the moment,
Math after math.
Because the price of this food, yeah? And then I've gone...
Corned beef's expensive now,
listen,
it's like $3.50.
My kids don't eat anyway. But you go and like yesterday, I had a whole long day at work at home. So then I thought, right, let me make something. Just made a quick little spaghetti bolognese. Put love into it though. And my son was like, "Oh, Mum, this tastes really good." And I was like,
"Yeah, that is it.
That's all I need,
Yeah.
But my thing is, then the eldest came home. She took one look at that it was spaghetti bolognese.
You triggered.
Listen. She said, she just put her face and went and got into the cupboard to get her instant noodles to eat that up. And I just thought to myself, you know what? Just breathe.
Yeah.
Just breathe.
Yeah. And in saying that, it's funny because I came to the studio early to make content in the lift.
Yeah.
Because it's got a nice mirror. And in what the content was about my parent coaching.
Okay.
Because I do parent coaching to support parents on how to...
You need to promote this.
On how to reparent your inner child so you can show up and not be reactive or responsive.
Yes.
But being able to respond with a little bit more care and nurturing, but also how to deal with your own overwhelm. Because I think I'm no parent, but what I do see is how much overwhelm parents have.
Listen to me.
And I don't know that most people won't realise.
No, they do not know.
Overwhelm that just comes with being responsible for someone else.
Do you know something?
Let alone how you're responding to your child saying,
"Oh my
they don't want.
gosh.
I'm not eating that. It looks like poo."
Listen.
And how to not.
Do you know
make
something?
A face and
it's that.
Yeah. So
that.
my coaching helps with that. Yeah.
Do you do for people with teenagers?
Yeah, it's just parents in general and how to kind of...
Listen, no, but there needs to be a special... Somebody said to me a few years ago, right? I wrote the book about having a baby. And she said to me, "Jernine, you need to write a book about teenagers, right?" And you know what I said to her? I said to her, when all of my children have successfully finished the teenage stage, then how about then... I feel like I will be in a better position to be able to write that book.
True.
Because right now, in the teenage stage, it's the gutter. It's the gully. These kids have got opinions and attitude and rudeness and so much.
And big bellies and big appetites.
There's so much.
Half time's coming, you ready?
There's so much to it.
Literally.
And they just don't get it.
No.
They don't get all of the other stress and all of the other things that I'm trying to deal with and navigate that then affects that thing.
But then it's us practitioners being able to support parents and having a mentality where not thinking these children need to get it, but raising children that are being able to support the parents in raising children that can become grateful and understand over time, because it's not overnight.
I know.
It's not overnight.
Listen,
it's not overnight.
Think back, and I say this all the time to all of my friends that have got teenagers, to my husband on a daily. What was you like when you was 18? What was you like when you were 16? What was you like? Because you need to think about how you stood up. And I look back and I remember it quite prominently. And I don't think I wasn't the greatest 18-year-old. I don't think I had a great appreciation for what my mum was doing and whatever. So anyway, I get it. And I feel like more parents need help. And but I also feel like, there was when I worked in a youth funding team, there was a parenting course called Strengthening Families, Strengthening Communities. I might have got that wrong, but it was a whole program. I can't remember how many weeks it was. And I remember the two ladies that delivered this course, and they used to go to the community and deliver. But the course was only for parents whose children had gotten into trouble with the police.
Okay.
And I remember saying to this lady, this course needs to be delivered to every parent.
That skill set on being able to just support your children is necessary.
It's necessary for all of us.
Regardless of
I
the
would have done it.
circumstances the child's in.
Yes.
It's like I say, it's like I have a trauma-informed approach to my practice. All my children are approached the same, as in they've all got trauma, even if they don't have trauma.
Yes.
Because it allows me to be even more patient, even more understanding, even more caring, even more observant, and even more present for all of them. Like they're all in the same space with the same said issues that trauma can cause, which means they're all loved and cared for to a higher degree. Because if I'm giving you a kitten or a puppy and I'm saying this puppy's been through X, Y, and Z, you're going to love this puppy a little bit more than if you just picked up a puppy that wasn't.
That's so true.
But every puppy needs that love.
That's so
every
true.
puppy needs that love.
That's
you would
so
give the extra. Because I need the extra. I need you to love me like, not like I've been hurt, but love me in a way that shows that you actually care, in regards of you loving me because I've been through something.
Yes.
Like my standpoint on love is I'm loving you, trying to love you well and go above and beyond for you because you deserve it and you need it, not because you've been through.
That's so true.
What you've been through
it?
here doesn't matter, doesn't equate to how much I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you regardless and try to love you well, like to the highest degree. I don't need to know what you've been through to know that I need to treat you well. You're a human, you need to be treated well regardless.
It's
like
true.
as just based on human nature. And that's also, I learned that from working with parents. Because parents don't need to know what you've been through to be able to be nice to you as the person looking after the children.
That's true.
As like when you become adults and you have a husband and kids, you become a nicer human to an extent.
Sometimes
Actually. Well, in my experience is I work with amazing parents, guys.
Yeah,
so
I'm just being real.
Literally. So
always.
no, yeah, it doesn't always actually. Yeah.
So we could just. There's so many things. Sometimes I just think there's some world changes.
Yeah.
That. You know, I look at our community and I'm a fixer, I'm a helper, I don't know, that's just the way that I am. And I always think like, oh my gosh, what can we do to like, because I think personally, and it's not, I didn't know what parent I was going to be, but when I had a baby, if someone, like how they gave us antenatal classes or whatever, they should have given us parenting classes. You know these people are about to be parents, give them a course.
Yeah, because I think in America, they used to give like teenagers a pretend baby and give them driving lessons.
That
in,
was
like,
part of
year 10.
PSHE or whatever.
Year 10, you get driving lessons and like you have a pretend baby for a month.
I think that's
the standard, whether you're going to be a parent or not.
Yeah.
I think also it's a communal thing for me. I come from the village. Having individuals in the village that know how to somewhat understand children to an extent will make a better world. Whether you're going to be a parent or not, somebody that knows how to like that. If we all had the mindset that these children matter, basically, I reckon the world would be a better place.
I agree.
Whether you're a parent
100%.
or not, or care to have kids or not.
And you know something, and my kids get annoyed with me sometimes, but I can't take off my mum hat. If I'm outside, and I even the other day, this little child was just walking. I'm sorry. I know I don't know the child.
That happened recently.
I'm going to make sure. I didn't I was like this. He was trying to come out of the shop. And I just kept saying, where's mummy? Where's mummy? Keeping like the doorway. Because I don't want them to go outside. Because the parent
isn't sure.
I'm not sure where this parent is.
That happened recently. Me and my children found a little lost toddler. And we ended up finding his parent after like 10 minutes. But even like that, my nanny hat doesn't come off. I'm out with the man in my raving. Like... If my friend sees this, he knows he's not going to know who I'm talking about. He's got asthma. His asthma pump's always in my bag.
In your bag?
Yeah, because you know, also we don't all want to have stuff in our pockets when we're partying. It's for the party, just dancing it. So the asthma pump may be in my bag, or like if we're out in the restaurant getting food, some of my friends have got allergies, and I just double checking the people don't know we've got allergies over here, don't, etc.
Yeah,
and I'm just that person, like just literally, like
you're the responsible one.
But I've also realised a lot of my friends either have children or are responsible adults as uncles and aunties. They're all that individual in general with the children. When we're out and about, they're all very caring individuals that kind of check on people if they're okay, etc.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. What steps have you taken to walk in your purpose?
Learn to be comfortable with who I am.
Yes, I think that's a big thing.
With my version of black manhood and my version of masculinity for myself, being comfortable with that. Luckily, I've had a lot of women around me my whole life. My cousins that are sisters. And I take a lot from dating. Like, over the years dating and having a lot of female friends that I've been friends with. Like, one of my friends, two friends in particular I've been friends with since I was in secondary school.
Okay.
Actually, the one I grew up with from a baby, one secondary, other friends since college.
And these are the female friends?
Yeah. I've got a village of lovely women in my life that I've been friends with for years that have also loved me for who I am, how I am. And that kind of pushes you to be more of who you are without a conversation. The same way I've got them around me that I've been friends with for like 20 plus years that have never styled me for being who I am. Never once. You know, when we bant, the bant isn't, our bant isn't focused on, oh my Josh, you're so soft, get over it. Like, we don't make those jokes here with each other. But we have bants and they've always been understanding of just who I am and just love me for that. Even when we didn't realise that's what they was doing. Also, being able to be true to myself and be comfortable in my own skin and understanding that it's not a difference, but there isn't much people that I can look at online and look at in the world that I've not lived the life that I live, but it can be quite hard to find men with a mindset like mine. Soft, nurturing, caring, and as an individual, and heterosexual as well. But
I think that people will always question. That's the other thing
as well.
And I weren't gonna go there, but you went there.
Yeah,
but I think that people put a box. So if you are those things, then he has to be.
But then those same traits is what will help you raise a baby.
I agree.
And those same, you're a married woman, so those same traits would help you have a successful, happy marriage.
Yeah, I don't have any...
I'm far from being married, but I think the idea of a man that's patient, nurturing, soft, understanding, attentive...
I just think...
Isn't that what you would want to marry? Like,
of course, but I think... And we had this little conversation, and I think culture...
Yes.
Your dad's role in your life and how he kind of showed you masculinity.
Yeah.
I think all of these different things have got a big part to play in you being okay with, because I think a lot of the kind of black males that I know wouldn't like that word soft.
Yeah.
Do you understand? No, but I'm just saying.
I hear it though, Do you
know what I mean? They'll be like, I'm not soft.
But you see how triggered
you don't have no issue with it.
See how triggered I got for the fact that they're annoyed with it. Like, come on, man.
But I'm saying that. I know those kind of men who would say, no, I'm not soft. I couldn't even think of the Jamaicans.
But even the beauty for me is I live a life where my softness benefits me.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with
at all
demonstrating softness. Like I would never call my dad soft.
Like
when I was growing up. But as a granddad, he leans into the softness.
Even saying that, I spoke at the Black Maternal Motherhood Conference. Amazing space. Big up Sandra, big up the whole team. Amazing
I know her well,
day.
yes.
When I was on a panel talk with men talking about maternal care and how black men can show up more in this space.
Listen.
And when I kind of spoke, I kind of mentioned that my softness pays my bills.
I love that.
And I can't get any more softer than I am. Like, people contact me daily. I had someone messaging me on WhatsApp today. I don't know who the person is. Hi, if you see this, asking me to look after the children tomorrow because of my softness. I can't
I get it.
Because I've got consultation processes, so I can't just take your children and care for them. But that's the example of what being soft has created over here for me in my
and you know what?
In my little world. And I love it here.
I am hoping that there are some black men who watch this who are able to glean from it, because I think about the circle of the black men around me, like my friends' husbands or my friends themselves, and I think it's needed and it's necessary. And I think about, especially when I was going through that kind of transition into becoming a mum, I think I even wrote a chapter for the men in the book, because I don't know if men get it. And what is required, what we need from you when we're going through that process, we need men to kind of
Yeah. And it's funny because even with your friends as man them, it's so easier to be just chill and just soft over there and just because and there's less ego. And a lot of the man them,
that's needed.
and a lot of the man them have it in their social circles, but some of us don't believe that's the case.
Yes.
Because I know socially from my friends that I've been friends with for all 12, 15 plus years, where it's there's a lack of ego over there.
I like that.
Like literally, like I asked my friend yesterday, said got an interview today, said, what are you nervous? Said to me a little bit. I said, cool, I'll shout you. Boom, boom, boom. And
I love that.
We're grown people, you feel me?
I just think that is just you making a safe space.
Yes, yeah.
Right? I think because, you know, people tell me stuff like that's one of the things that my husband was saying, you know, people just gravitate to her and they will tell you, literally, I've had people's life story as the Tesco person serving me just because I've given them that space.
I've been in Ubers and the Uber driver just
I'm giving you all the right. I'm telling you, I think I was always that friend that people used to call for advice and whatever. Now I kind of am a little bit more boundaried with it, but I do always have a space for like my good friends. And
can you ask me that question one more time?
Yeah. What are your steps? What steps have you taken to walk in your purpose?
Also, living for myself and not doing this for my parents. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Not doing this for society's expectations of you as a man or a woman, etc. And learning how to be happy with what I'm doing.
Yes.
And really be happy with that and okay with it. And understanding if I wanted to stop this today, I easily could stop it and do something else and I feel no way about it.
Yeah, but would you be happy? Would you feel like you're fulfilled?
If I wanted to, I would. And knowing that I can do either.
Yeah.
Because love is a choice, sis. As you know. And I say love is a choice because this is like Jossie Care's my version of what love is. And love is an everyday choice here. I chose to wake up and stand in my greatness and try to be the best I can be and care for these babies the best way I can. Like it's an ongoing choice for me to show up with these children and ask myself, how can I be more patient with them? Because last week I was patient, but I feel like they might have needed something else from me. So learning how to even reflect on my practice like that. And also having a village, man, that loves and supports and like values me, man.
Yes.
Like I come from love, guys, and I've got even more love around me than I ever had.
That's amazing.
And for me, like I'm an avenger because of the love that I have around me.
Yeah.
Like I'm suffocated in it. My people, them love on me loud.
It's good.
And that allows me to go and be great.
Those are good people. And we all need that.
Succeed. And
we need that.
Even my people them that I don't see all the time, you all know who you are. Like there's something I've taken from a lot of people I've met in life, like Danielle's one of them, that I've taken so much from, that love and support me without even saying it out loud.
Yeah. And that, do you know what? I think that's really important.
Yeah.
And I saw that even though we'd never met, because you would send me a little message or you'd repost and I thought, you know what? It don't take but one button. And you do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I see you, bruv. Like, I love what you do. I send you a little message
Thank you.
You know, and I think the day when you do, I think women must be like really...
No, is
it not like a magnet?
People
or like, because
it.
I'm like, hold on.
No,
you got all these attributes. Women love that, don't they?
We had this conversation earlier.
I just think
in hindsight, the traits on paper sound great.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you not want a partner that has these attributes?
Yeah.
But they come with challenges because they kind of challenge you.
Yes.
And also, I don't think I sit in a space of what you might think a man is or man isn't. I sit in my own space.
Yes.
And I think a lot of us are used to choosing individuals that sit in the narrative of what we expect from said gender. As much as you can find it attractive, it might just be an attractiveness until it sits down and you're like, yo, then you're like, oh, I'm sensitive because I'm human. Yeah. But I also deal with my feelings in a very particular way that I need you to understand and respect and value. When a lot of humans don't deal with their emotions in said way.
Yeah.
So expecting something from you that you don't, expecting you to do something for me you don't do for yourself is difficult. And expecting that from a woman that isn't used to a man doing that it's going to become like a life lesson that I don't really want to have to give you.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Like,
I know what you're talking about.
So, but love is patient, though.
And it's kind.
And love is kind, and love is understanding. And I've come to a stage in my life to realise that I now want you to love me the way you can.
Yes.
What I want is great, but what you got to give is probably even better.
That's true.
Because no man is an island.
So you sound like some...
No man is an island.
I'm not going to even...
Yeah.
But I... And you know something? I think that's what's missing from a lot of relationships and a lot of marriages. And I think it's something that was the theme in the retreat that we went to, was that it's not easy. It takes work.
Yeah, it takes work.
But it takes patience. It takes understanding. It takes wanting. I remember one of the husbands said, I want her to be, my duty is to make sure she's good. And being able to know if I'm good, you need to know me. And I feel like relationships, you know, for me and my husband, 25 years is a very, very long time to be with someone. I'm not the same person I was at 20 that I am now. And you know, he isn't, and we have to relearn each other.
Yes, constantly.
And it's like a, you know, it's a...
Because who I fell in love with isn't who I love in now. So I kind of think I have to fall in love with you again, no?
It's a bit of falling in love again. It's a bit of, you know, being patient or kind of overlooking. Maybe this is a season that person is in, and you just have to be there and love and support and encourage and whatever. And also it's spending time with each other so that you're not distant from each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like when you're together for a long time, you kind of think, oh yeah, we don't need to nurture it. We don't need to water this.
You see all of that, what you're saying? That's why I can enjoy the saying for myself. I was loved well so I can love well.
Yes.
Because love is a practice.
Yes, it is. It's an action.
I'm an avid bell hooks reader.
Yeah.
Love is a practice.
Okay, yeah.
And I also am blessed enough to look after babies daily. That, what am I going to say again? That one, constantly remind me of how important it is to learn love, to be able to teach it.
Yes.
And the importance of healthy relationships in every capacity. Because I'll be damned if I'm not in healthy relationships in my life. And for me to not be able to support these children in the best way they can with building healthy relationships with them and showing them what love looks like or what love can look like. And that's why I'm very big on teaching children healthy relationships from young.
No, it's very important.
The connection with their nanny is one of the biggest relationships they're going to have outside of mum and dad.
Yes.
And it can either be toxic or it can't be toxic. It can. Like, you can have toxic relations with these kids as a carer where they cry for you whenever you leave. And that isn't what you want. I want to have a understanding, okay, none of my children cry when their parents leave. If they have cried when their parents leave, it's due to them just wanting mum or dad in that moment. It's not due to their attachment. Where sometimes these children don't say bye to mum and dad when they're with me. Yeah. Because of how secure they feel here and how secure they feel there. Which also gives me a bigger conversation on the importance of secure attachments. And that, for me, that's a bigger conversation in the love languages if talking about adult relationships, because a lot of us don't, due to a lot of our traumas and a lot of what we go through in life, secure attachments isn't something that we even delve into certain time or really understand. Like, obsession, like there's the culture of obsession in dating in this generation is very vast.
Listen to me.
Like, I don't want obsession. I like peace.
You never heard what I do for my day-to-day job?
Yo.
Do you know how many reports I write on stalking?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Stalking and harassment. And there's typologies of stalking. Rejected. So we're in a relationship. We're not anymore, and you cannot accept that we're not in a relationship
that's
anymore.
Why I'm so blessed that I did
those things are. They're like, it's dangerous and scary.
That's why I'm so happy I do the work I do, because I'm able to learn this stuff daily.
Yes,
the importance of secure attachments, or the power of what a healthy relationship can look like in a platonic sense as a carer and a said caree, let alone adult relationships. The relationships I have with my parents that I work with, and the friendships and the family setting we've built. Secure, healthy attachments.
It's so important. Do you know what? I think that is missing. There are books, because I'm really big on like relationships. I'm a relational person, but relationships, and I don't just mean between your my children, with all, you know, I think that my friends, if they were reading my eulogy, they would say that Jernine was a great friend to them.
Yeah. Same.
You know,
same.
and I don't take that lightly. And the people that I have in my life, I love them and I love them hard. Do you know what I mean? And I appreciate them. And so I think it's important that I can show up in the way that I need to. And a lot of it is me doing work on myself. I will, so the attachment styles, all of that, because I've been talking a lot about, because love languages, I thought that was an amazing book, actually game changer for our relationship, me and my husband, because I think when you're we were together 15 years, somebody bought us that book, his cousin.
Has your language changed though? Can your language change over a certain period of time?
It can.
Okay.
And you have two, you have a primary and a secondary love language, but...
Because in my head, I learned to love what you do outside of what I'd learned, what I think I like. And what I end up becoming more comfortable, I end up wanting more of how you love me than the version of love that I thought I wanted.
The thing is, from our conversation just now, I would say your primary love language is probably acts of service.
Yeah.
Right? Because you do it. You do it every day.
Yeah.
So some people don't know about what these, but that means that I need to demonstrate my love through acts. So I might make you dinner or I might wash your car or I don't know what it looks like. But that is how I would demonstrate that, because that's your love language. But mine is quality time. So I need to be, and I'm that is my love language generally, not just with my husband. Yeah. So my friends, if I haven't seen them, then I miss them and I want to spend time with them.
I do enjoy, it's the quality of time spent.
Yeah. So you might have, might have two. So mine is,
within 2 hours, 25 minutes of quality time within 2 hours.
Okay,
like, locked in, no phones or whatever it is. 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Quality time just means it looks different because now we have technology.
Yeah.
But quality time is just spending that time together.
Yeah.
And my other one is words of affirmation. So I love words.
Yeah, like me and recently, my partner, we both create content because we've both got businesses, and we had a moment where we were both doing it at the same time. I think a day and a half passed, and I realised like it was really attractive, like just being able to like just both be on the phones, and I'm doing my content, she's doing hers, and it's like, for me, like, it was really nice.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
it was really nice.
You have to be secure in yourself. If that person is on their phone all the time when you're in each other's presence, then there's an issue.
Yeah.
But I also feel like you can be. You know that there's people you can just be.
Because I read something recently and I was like, wow, that's deep. Someone said that sometimes there's a third person in the relationship and you don't know your partner. And I'm like, wow, that's deep. I read it, I was like, okay, I hear it, I get it.
Yeah, and you need to be mindful because I think,
okay, even if I spin that back with the children, it's why it's so important that we show up for our children the way we do, because sometimes the third person in a relationship with your child could be your anger, could be your lack of presence, could be your avoidance on trying to maybe encourage them to drink more water, and because it's a challenge, you just avoid the whole subject in general, let alone you possibly could be using screen time a bit more than you could be using it. And that isn't any far away from a relationship with your partner that can be a lot healthier.
Yes.
But the difference with this child, you've got a bit more remit over what this child can and can't do. But that power struggle will make it harder because of the power you think you have here.
Oh my gosh.
With said child.
You are just... I read a book.
Because we're in charge of said child.
Yeah, you feel like
I run things here. Yo. And I was like, I think these children will listen and straddle up straight away, but I think they'll become resentful or become very prone to being dealt with a certain way. I think that's okay. Because when, like, I have my girls all the time and I'm like, I've learned I don't want them to listen to me even more so when I'm repeating myself 25 times. I don't, because when it gets 25 times and we're sitting down on the floor and we're having a conversation now and we're locked in, is when they really find the seriousness of this. I want them to catch that before that. I don't want them to think it's the stern conversations that have to be had that they listen to, because they're also young ladies that I don't want them growing up thinking as a man in my life, as a friend or whatever it's going to be I'll listen to said man after he's spoken 25 times.
Yeah.
Because our children are very literal, and I don't want them, and also where I'm the second or third, fourth man in their life, I don't want to break them.
Yes.
The world won't do that. I want to love them and nurture them in a way where they understand that female-male relationships can be had equally and softly with conversations where you're both heard and seen, which is a challenge for me because they don't always listen. Because they're also children. So it's also trying to find a language to speak in with them. And my children have love languages that they want me to speak to them in. And sometimes I've learnt a lot is speaking less. Because these children have so much things going on in their heads daily. We don't even know half the things they're on their mind.
So true.
Positive stuff on their mind, but the conversations sometimes need to be less and more space held. And having the conversations in a form of play. Hence why I'm Nanny and them things there.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, this has been an amazing,
it's been
a great conversation. Me too. I'm like, where's my water?
Yeah.
What advice, this is our final question, what advice would you give someone who is trying to find their purpose?
Sit with it. Try many things. Fail at everything.
Love that.
And consistent. Because me, Twin, Nathan, Orlan, Stepper, these are just people in my life that have been doing one thing consistently for a long period of time, and now all at the top of their game, the best at what they do. And it isn't about being the best and being celebrated, but after a certain amount of time, you become good at what you do.
Yes.
And I'm lucky. I'm only reflective where I've got people around me that are consistent in what they do.
Yeah.
And what that showed me is, advice-wise, it's consistency, man.
You know that...
Because the reason I say it is, I've sat here. My first podcast might have been in like 2007. Before I knew what a podcast was.
Okay.
I didn't know what podcasts were in 2007. And I've also been working with children for a certain amount of time as well. And that's also showed me how much it's important that we try something and try to stick to it in the highs and the lows, because we kind of want to jump off when things get difficult. And I see, prime example, Instagram. Not people on Instagram pages that have started like not to categorize, but let's say example, a nail page or hairdressers or a hat brand. And because life started lifing, as we like to say, it's the last post in like 2019. But you still got the page now, and you're using it for what God knows what. And it's that lack of consistency that you owe yourself to just keep going. And I think a lot of us get put off by likes and followers. Also, what you're doing isn't for your friends. Because simple fact, people like, your friends don't support this. My friends support what I'm doing, but they don't buy into my services because my service isn't for them. Like, they love what I do and they share and they repost and they give it to their friends. But if they didn't, we would still go on.
True.
And my friends support me in a way enough where they love me dearly. And I can phone them and I've got crazy ideas and they can be like, yeah, do that, don't do it. Or when I'm having a conversation with a parent and I want to word it in a way, I phone my parent friends and be like, how can I say this? Then they'd be like, I'll say this, don't say that. Or they send me a message and say, just forward that one. Cool. Also, be audacious, man.
Love that word.
I got that off, I can't remember, Kira, it's a young lady that I follow on Instagram called Kira. Amazing content. It's just like, she's my little sister, doesn't even know it. And she's just audacious, be confident. She made a newspaper of herself with all her skill sets.
Really?
And handed it out. And we have to be in people's faces a bit more of what we do. Like, don't be scared. Like,
that makes me feel so uncomfortable.
We're cringe over here.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love that for me.
Really?
Yeah, because you can't, like, who can beat me? Like, realistically, no one can tell you can't do what you want to do.
That's so true.
Unless you've got people around you that tell you that, then around the wrong people. Lastly, just do it. Everything I said is irrelevant in comparison to just getting up and just doing it.
Yeah.
And do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again. And just get it done. That is it.
Okay. I like it. Quite simple, but very encouraging.
Yeah.
And it's encouraging for me because one of the things, the message that I've had over the last 5 years of doing this, oh my gosh, Jernine, your consistency. Dan said it. That's if I showed you my phone, that's the word that I get all the time. Oh my gosh, you're so consistent.
Oh, lastly, I have a consultation where I offer people conversations to help them build back their spark. And I also know how hard it is to get disheartened in life.
Oh, yes.
So if you DM me, I'll give you a link to book in a paid teachable moment to help you get back into your rhythm of whatever it is you was doing, or find your spark, help you find your purpose. Because I realised the journey of purposefulness is quite lonely, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think it depends on who. So
it takes a village for me, for real. Yeah.
You know, my source is God. So I get disheartened.
Yeah.
I get discouraged. Yeah. And literally the Bible, going to church, having a conversation, like just reading. There's scriptures for absolutely all of the things that you're talking about. There's a scripture for it. Literally. Do not get discouraged. Do not get disheartened. That's what the words say. And it's like when I read that, or, you know, because I love music. So I have loved music for a very long time, since I was tiny. We went to see the Michael Jackson film, the concert when he was in London in 1988. We was there. Like it was so, my mum's loved music. So I love music. I think my biggest transition of walking with God and being a Christian has been to like move and change music. Because that's been hard for me, right? And when I tell you, the playlist that I have, when I'm in the gym, I've got it for every. I've got Christian rap, I've got Christian soca, I've got Christian. I listen to everything. I don't not listen to. I'm a Trini. Listen, soca is in my DNA. Like I'm never gonna. I'm never gonna stop loving soca. Some of it is still. Sometimes I hear it and I'm like, oh, okay, but. The songs that I have, I've got a song for everything.
I've got a mornings after gratitude playlist that I play every morning when I'm getting ready.
There is like, songs
literally, I play it every morning. I put it on, and it's uplifting music.
Yeah, the words, the songs that I listen to encourage me, and I know what song. Oh, I'm feeling like this. Let me listen to this. And so that's where I told you words of my thing in it. So that gives me fuel. So when I hear those words and they speak life into me, there's songs that I've got a song that I'm going to play when it's my event. It's the same song that I listen to every time I've got an event. Events are amazing, but events are stressful. And I have this little seed of doubt and discouragement, like how I've been telling you I've been feeling. And this song is called Unstoppable.
Okay.
And this girl, she sings the song and she just hypes me, and I'm unstoppable.
It's like, there's a song by Tish Hyman. I got air in my lungs. I'm so lucky. Tune's cold.
You need to send me.
I sent it to you.
I don't know if yours. Maybe her singing's a little bit.
Yeah. A lot better than mine.
I'm joking.
But yeah, that's it. So like purposeful conversations. Purposeful on purpose.
I think you know what I listen to my podcast when I'm feeling a bit discouraged.
Okay.
I go back to previous episodes.
I don't listen back to anything I've recorded.
Really?
And I've got like at least 50 plus
it's important.
Conversations that I need to start listening back
it's
to.
It's important. And remember, I have different guests.
Yeah.
So different guests. There's one, like my friend Charles Venn is a good friend of mine that I met in the playground.
Yeah.
And the conversation that we had on Instagram Live all those years ago, I listened to that maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. Oh my gosh.
Is he an actor, Charles?
He's an actor.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
And he was talking about, listen, this knockback, this is what we do every day.
Yeah.
So you just get back up and you go. And when he said it like it was, well, I don't tell you, it spoke to me.
That's how I feel in this industry of being nannies, being a black guy here and a man here, everything's against me.
Yes.
You just wouldn't think it the way that I just go on and just cut through. Also, because of all of that, I just get up and just do it.
I know.
And I've also created my own lane.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I've created my own lane.
That's
so
good. That is
I no longer have to...
You slay in your lane.
Yeah. Like I still work with agencies, but I don't get work with agencies as much as I get work from my own door.
Yes.
And what I'm realising now, I talk to agencies, end up having just random conversations with them and end up doing some consultancy stuff for them.
Yes.
And that's what ends up happening because they realise that I've got a lot of knowledge and I'm very confident in my conversations.
Yes.
So they don't interview me no more. We're having a conversation and we're vibing.
Yeah. And I think that's the key, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
and it's you got this self-belief that I really love and admire. And I think that is what I think it's important for everything that we're doing.
It's this music, man. There's a song. I'll send it to you. We're gonna make a playlist that's gonna go along with this episode.
Okay.
Is that okay?
All right.
Yeah.
I will take that
DJ
because
style.
that is.
Yeah.
I kind of work like that.
There's a song called Hard Soul. Danielle knows it. If you believe in something, why not believe in me?
Okay.
And it's these songs that I'm like.
And you know, a lot of these house songs, you know that they're gospel songs. You know,
and that's why DJ for me is such a soundtrack
therapeutic.
Such a soundtrack to me because the music really drives me more than I even dare to realize it drives me.
And you know something, I am the same, the absolute same. And I have songs of like moments, or times. It's like I know I'm late to the game, but Cleo Soul, I never really. Yeah. So one of my friends who plays house music, he sent me that song. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this song.
Super D one, you know you were loved?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Big up Super D. And
then I heard the original, like the...
Yeah.
And then I kind of like started listening and there's a song, I think it's called
Things Will Get Better?
Impossible.
If God calls you, would you answer the call?
So she's got a few of them.
Yo.
She's got a few. So then I was like, hold on a minute. All my friends that are like in their 30s have been rating about this woman, but I was like, hold on a minute. She's actually singing about
and she's a mum, and her music changed when she became a mum.
No, she's a mum.
She got an album called Mother, which for me was I saw it as a message to motherhood.
Okay, I need to go and listen to that.
Because the album dropped on my best friend's birthday, the day that she had her baby, for the album dropped around that same time.
Okay.
And I've always related the album to motherhood and my best friend's journey and what she's saying in the music, and it's just
I need to go. I'm going to go and listen to that on the way home
because of the work I do. Because I stand in the corner with mums.
Listen to me.
You feel me? I cover them. It's what I do.
Listen, it is so Literally, I was listening to the episodes before this. I was putting some clips up yesterday, and I was talking about my journey of. Inspired a whole book because it was difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult and lonely. Is the words that I would describe. And
I love my dads that I support. My dads, they know they're my G's. But the mums, them.
The mums, them need you.
The mums, them.
The mums, them need you because we have just gone through.
Even seeing my mum came to ministry with me on Sunday and raved.
Oh, did she?
Even seeing my mum live her best life. Like mum living her best life.
Yeah, I think it's...
being able to support the mums that I work with and the mums in my own social village, that just watching motherhood from the space that I'm in.
Yeah.
Let alone sitting at a motherhood conference when I got a round of applause from a room full of amazing black women that are all mums. There's an essence and a power in motherhood.
Yeah, there really is.
That comes, that I can't find the word to describe it.
There is. And you get your village, your community, and you know, but the people that hold space for you in those moments are the people that become lifelong.
Even when I've recalled conversations with my friends that are mums, the life that comes from their words, they don't even realise it. They're just talking, but when they're talking and like, I might be struggling with something and I find it hard and they message me, be like, yo, just the covering that comes from that. It's not even intentional.
Yeah.
But there's an energy that you have, even just as a parent, that like when a parent speaks, there's an energy that comes from it if you see it. You only see it if you see it though. I'm blessed enough to be able to see it because of the space I'm in. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, every day when I leave the house, I hear a thank you or a Joss, I love you from these parents.
Yeah, because you're in it with them.
Yeah. So it's very hard.
You know, it's called parenthood.
Yeah.
Motherhood.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't hear what hood.
And I'm on the block.
We're in the gully.
I'm on the block, we're in the trenches and I'm outside.
And you're in the trenches with them.
Yeah.
And it's there's something about, that's what I'm saying, those people that held that space for me in those moments, right? One of my friends, she knows anyway, but I said to her all the time, every time it's Mother's Day or it's one of my children's birthdays, I give her credit.
Someone messaged me on Mother's Day actually saying, you might hear this a lot, but it's Mother's Day for you, same way it's Father's Day. She say, you know what, I take it. I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear
But
it.
yeah,
I hear it.
it's amazing. It's good. I'm really blessed by our conversation.
Thank you for having me.
I know that it's going to bless other people.
Yeah.
And just keep being you and keep doing what you're doing. No, we're not having a part 2. This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
Okay, cool.
Do you know why? Because imagine how many other people like you who are doing something who need this platform.
True.
Do you understand? We have to pay for it. So you see what I'm saying? So we just have to give everybody their time, all right?
Yeah. Definitely. But thank you for having me, man.
It's been amazing.
Me, Blessings,
really,
man.
really
Blessings.
amazing. I love doing this.
Yeah.
I love doing this. Even though there's times when I think, I don't ever, you know what? This is one of the things in my life that I've never ever felt like I'm going to, oh my gosh, I need to quit.
I love these podcast conversation interviews because it brings out a part of me that I love. Like I like to chat.
Yes, I can see that.
Like, and it's just I just get to just chat and talk about what I do.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And I don't often get to give my insight a lot and break down my mindset.
It's good. It's good.
And this is the space I get to do it in.
I love a conversation. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I love when people talk and like, you know.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like,
it's
pull
funny
it out, glean information, like just talk about something and then explore it. And
it's funny though, because even in saying that, because of the space of work I'm in, I've talked to men, but more so women.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a very female space, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think even though you obviously, like a lot of people they're married or they're in a relationship, the mum still deals with this aspect.
Yes. Yeah. Some of my families, the dad's the one that patterned out childcare. Yeah. The mum's friend and dad to ask what's going on, what's happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's different dynamics of different relationships, but it's
I think
always
that's going to
been...
be me. I'm gonna know where my mum's gonna probably be on the beach somewhere. I'm a cultivator and I'm an organizer.
Yeah, well, listen, that's what I'm talking about, your gifts and your talents, because I think there's some that you probably have naturally.
Like, I start work 15 minutes early to cook 2 dinners, because that extra 15 minutes means 2 things can cook and be done.
Why are you doing 2 dinners? For yourself or for the kids?
For the next few days.
Okay.
For work. Call it batch cooking. Yeah, okay. That's what we used to do when, baby-led weaning. I can just get 15 minutes in and do extra cooking. And then...
So you cook for the babies as well?
Yeah. And that way they come in and dinner's ready and we can just... There's no distractions. I can be present with them.
Yes, and that's...
Because that was the dinner gets cooked early, so when we land at home, I'm present with them, or we can go park. It gives space for a little bit more fun before we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I love that. So we could be here a long time talking about all of these things.
Yeah, but thank you again.
It's been amazing. I just want to say thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the conversation. And I hope it's just challenged your mindset, your belief system, your understanding and concepts of things. That's what listening to things is supposed to do. It shouldn't just, you just go with whatever they're talking about. It should challenge you. It should sometimes make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because then why are you feeling uncomfortable and what is it that you need to do? As I keep saying to everybody, you got to do your work. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. The work is continuous. And you know that through doing your own work and understanding yourself on a deeper level is where I also feel like purpose derives from. So I'm going to leave those words with you. God bless. I see you next month. Take care. Bye.